way of volleyball, playing like a high-class team, because Carlos Eduardo is a high-class coach, an assistant for the Brazilian national team. Last huddles, last chance for Al-Rayyan to leave here with a win, and they will believe in themselves. Artem Volfic leads Zenit Kazan out for the final time in this competition. And Engapeth looking to keep improving. Alexei Kononov, Barko the setter, Mikhailov number 18, and the libero Valentin Golubiev, who's replaced Verbov really as the libero for this side. It's been a tough week for Zenit Kazan in the service reception area of the game, sometimes passing on 4 with Mikhailov and Sokolov, Engapeth and Golubiev. When there's a float serve, they go down to just 2 passes. But on the whole, it has been the reception that has cost Zenit Kazan dearly, and also cost them the opening set against Al-Rayyan earlier on in the week. Will lightning strike twice here? You would feel that Zenit Kazan still have a very big point to prove in this competition, as they haven't quite played their best as of yet. Liberos coming in. Wiatani, the number 3. Just a check of rotations to make sure everybody's starting in the right position. Some smiles in the background for Marcus Vinicius, who's spoken earlier on this week about how happy he is in Qatar and how that's opened up a gateway for him to learn new languages and meet new people, but would love to come back here to Brazil to finish off his career in his home league. Qatar, obviously a building force in world sport, the host to many big games and a former host to this competition. So the bronze medal match underway here at the Men's Club World Championships. Al-Rayyan serving. Engapeth scooped first ball out of system. High ball in transition to Vinicius. That's fairly quicker, so more pressure on Kazan. Engapeth back in the game. That's some robust effort from Engapeth, who might just be wanting to get this done as quick as possible. No digging that one for Vinicius. That's as sharp as you like. Maybe just a duel between the 2 outsiders to get us underway. Free ball, high volley, Golubiev on the turn. Scrappy, but Al-Rayyan will certainly take this. Zenit keep it alive. There's maybe a lift against Kononov. Let's hope that's not a sign of things to come, but it's pretty funky all the same. The deep volley to 5, upsetting Zenit Kazan. Vinicius serving. Big serve from him. Mikhailov putting the ball into a pretty good zone. Barko, long lines, one-on-one, Engapeth. Already getting the lion's share of the sets here from the Russian setter. Scored 17 points yesterday, Engapeth. Sokolov 14. 2 already for the Frenchman. We see that so many times from Engapeth, the toss of the ball just dropping inside. He loses his height. That same very serve we've maybe seen 7 or 8 times throughout this competition. Certainly been on fire at times, Engapeth, but the consistency is what Zenit Kazan will really want from their outside man, and that's him passing off the net once more. Sokolov with the ball behind him, sitting deep at 6 is Vinicius. 3 up in the Zenit block, making it difficult for Maki, but Engapeth on the 50. What even is this? They're just feeding Engapeth every single ball at the moment, using him across different channels. Got Engapeth on the 50, and out of 4 you have Mikhailov. Watch out. Credit to Buko, who can just put the ball wherever he likes. Nisha's passing that one a little bit leaky to the left, but Engapeth is really animated in there today. Sokolov. Zenit have started with the bit between their teeth, that's for sure. Sharp angles from Sokolov. Smooth arm as well. Al-Rayyan in 2014 had a couple of Brazilians in their team. Rafael Vieira de Oliveira, Alan Domingos, the libero. When they did take that silver in this competition, but also in that side they had Robert Landy Simon, now one of, if not the best middle blocker in the world. Talking of blocking, Zenit Kazan back on top here with Sokolov. Just great work with the shapes of his arms to steer that one back into the court. Al-Rayyan passing absolute dimes. Marco. We haven't seen him frustrated throughout really this competition. We also haven't seen him too emotional. Stayed nice and calm out there, and that's why he's quite consistent in this Al-Rayyan side. Engapeth on the floor once more. That at least takes him out of the attack for Al-Rayyan. And the tip deep to 5 this time. Smiles from Milos Stevanovic, because it's a bit unorthodox this from Al-Rayyan. Tipping away Mikhailov, and then just on the turn, tip it deep if you're a little bit unsure. Golubov is creeping up in his first base position. Al-Rayyan, 9 Qatar League titles, their latest in 2017-18. On the back, Engapeth. So far, so good for Engapeth. Scored on the left, the right, the 50, now on the pipe as well. The only position he hasn't scored on so far is quick through the middle. Let's see if Butko deserves to run that offense or decides to. Scoop from Golubov, then he has to get out the way for Engapeth to set to Mikhailov. Second opportunity, Butko goes to the middle, but a little bit out of rhythm. Volvic trying to just squeeze that to one, but missing out. With another big blow, but Volvic is back in this time, and that's so quick from Butko. They're just communicating within the huddle afterwards. Carlos Eduardo's potentially saying there's nothing we can do about that one. Volvic on that wider play, Bilal is stretched. Vinicius is really in no man land. He wants to try and get involved and help block, but too fast from the Russians. Maxim Mikhailov. Miss serve for Zenit Kazan, and that's maybe something that's been another Achilles heel for the Russians, is just the fact that they've made too many service errors compared to the likes of Sada Cluzero and Lube, who have been a force behind the service line. There's a net touch there against Milos Stevanovic. So we go to the first technical timeout. It's Zenit Kazan that so far are so good. Leading by 2, but Al-Rayyan certainly will keep battling through here.
After reception, we're going to search for sharper angles. So we need to put hands really fast, quick in the block, Okay? So, the serve. Okay, we are controlling good. We need to put fast ball to face one by one, and play with these guys. Okay, come on.
Wise words from Eduardo. Searching to be a little bit quicker in the block. Thinking that Zenit Kazan are going to try and hit some sharp angles. Engpeth out there very quick. He's had a great start, hasn't he, for this game, Engpeth? Hasn't been at his best throughout, but he's a class player. One of the best to grace this sport within this generation. Mikhailov playing opposite him at position 6. It's Mikhailov, Olympic gold medalist, bronze medalist from 2008 Olympics in Beijing as well. 2 in quick successions from Milos. Engpeth looks at his opposite number and just has a look of dismay on his face. Milos once more. This time out the back. Alexander Buko to serve. Won the Champions League with the Lokomotiv back in 2013-14. And 3 in a row with Zenit Kazan. Huge. Vinicius gets one on Engpeth. It's the first time that Engpeth has been stopped offensively. Now. Is that what Al-Rayyan needed? Stopping Engpeth may just be the key ingredient they need to be successful in this opening set, but Sokolov just rolls that one off the body. The tricolour from Sokolov. Playing on the left side for this rotation. Won this competition already 3 times with Trentino. Trentino have the record of wins in the Men's Club World Championships with 5. Sokolov won 3 of those. Also 2 silvers in Poland in 2017 and 18 with Lube. For Sokolov, who's played for the world's best teams. That one's just missed by Vinicius. Engpeth to fire up once more, who's in his 2nd season in Russia now. Slight spatch from Fei. 2 meters, 8 centimeters. The future is certainly right for Brahma Fei. It's completely in the right sport. He's been quick in the middle. It's been useful in the blocking. Didn't start that opening game.
Guys, it's okay, huh? To miss attack.
He certainly
okay.
has made a difference.
The next ball is more important. So we must be in the air. Then the middles, the Russian middles, they wait. If you are slow, they wait and react. So we must be a little bit faster, or to keep the middle and to play fast outside. Okay, to keep the middle and to play fast outside. Let's go, right. Come on, boys, come on, boys.
2 missed attacks in a row. Didn't really phase Carlos Eduardo. They're quite good errors, though, in terms of volleyball-related errors. If you're going to miss by missing the sideline or the baseline. But Engpeth to go again. This time, he misses another serve, and that would maybe be one thing with Engpeth this week, is that potentially he's missed one too many from behind the baseline. When Andy Liel from Lube has just been so consistent with that Potent jump serve, but Al-Rayyan call a timeout, and then their fortunes change again. Maki teaming up with Bilal on the wing. They've got one on Sokolov. Ramafei. Perfect from Engapeth. Drifts in quite quickly, but it's in a good spot for Butko. Just put the ball in the path of Kononov, who, with the width of the set, can steer that one to position one. Evading the blocker. Kononov now serving. Vinicius passing perfectly. Line judge gives that one out, but Ronstar, the first referee, seeing a touch off of the Zenit block. Zenit still leading here, although the Qatari team are hot on their heels. Marco serving. Engapeth takes the pace off the ball and lifts it in. Bit of DIY from Engapeth. And that's exactly how he wants to run this show. Passing, spiking, scoring. In the middle, in the thick of it, Engapeth playing well so far. Ace from Sokolov. A little bit of luck for the Bulgarian. Receiving congratulations from his side. Almost takes the net with him. Bosh from Sokolov. Won his first Champions League in 2009-2010. He's had a fantastic career, Sokolov, but he's still just 29 years old. Turns 30 at the end of this month. Maki serving. Reverse set from Engapeth, trying to find Mikhailov, but the ball's just dropping inside. He's always chasing after that one, the big Russian. Round of applause from Marco because of the serving of Maki. Another big ace from Maki. Now they're starting to rise. Al-Rayyan have nothing to lose, but Mikhailov adjusting to that wing spiking role is passed once more in this competition. Maki, after Engapeth this time. Engapeth gets the ball in, but there's no middle attack, no outside attack, but Mikhailov can score out of system for absolute fun. Big angles. Vinicius stepping in really to look after the tip, or if he can get a block in there, he will, but he couldn't get across in time.
He has a bit higher ball. The faster is a little bit for Engapeth. So keep a little bit more inside for react for the fight. Okay? Marcos, we need to set up our block with 3 players. Okay? So we break the reception, the ball to be high. Compact everybody in the middle to go left and right. Okay? Let's go. Right.
It's good serving from Maki, number 1 on your picture from Montenegro. A national team still trying to grow in world volleyball. Came 5th, Montenegro, in the 2013 European League. Also played in the World League in 2016. fourth place team in Pool C, but didn't qualify for the final stages. But that was because Germany, the host nation, directly qualified for the finals. But Maki has had a good competition here, and he's been given the ball again through the pipe from Milos. Engapeth showing the cross-court, trying to tip away, but on the turn now, Milos goes wrist away to the line. And then has a little smile at Engapeth. Milos enjoying this competitive duel with the Frenchman who plays on the wing of Kazan. Big opportunity to play against one of the world's best. Alekno in. There's been some calls for him to get some more court time for Zenit Kazan as of late. Lauren Alekno, who keeps improving. Blocks for Volvic. Looks as if we have a challenge here. First challenge of this men's bronze medal match from Becim. Hawkeye with the challenge referee in the stands. In or out, this from Volvic. On the line means in. Andrei Simachevsky serving post-challenge. Alekno sitting on the edge of the block, as that one player will do when the opposition sets the ball to the right side. Good work from him defensively. On the counter, though, Al-Rayyan shoot long, and Zenit Kazan smiling once more. Engapeth shuffling as much as possible. Simachevsky ends up on the floor. That's a big point for Zenit Kazan, because that's a three-point lead in this opening set. And it's one that they desperately want to win. Big serving, and he's just hitting from way downtown. Two in the block, perfectly sealed, perfectly closed. Points, the difference now. Zenit rising here in Becim. Kononov getting across. No getting past that for Al-Rayyan.
Hey, this is the rhythm. We need to score in attack. Okay, so be free. Okay, choose your shots and do it. Hey, we are in the net. We are in the set. Come on.
Come on, guys. Let's go. We are there. We need to breaks. Come on. Block defenses winning the game. Come on.
2 breaks is what's being called for from Maki. That's 2 block defenses or an ace. Nishis this time shut down, body line facing the line. That's where the block is lined up. This time he comes in with a bit more of an angle and brushes it back to the line, the Brazilian. 2 sets going his way in very quick succession. First one, they managed to continue the play. The cover was good from Al-Rayyan. Simachevsky leaves the court as we have another look at Vinicius scoring. Milos serving Engapeth inside, trying to take away his rhythm, so they go to the pipe because Engapeth was under pressure, but Mikhailov is on the backcourt. Lekno running a good game here. Engapeth can't get set every ball. Verbov still shouting his instructions. Nisha staying stable, just getting, that's a rocket of a serve in from Zenit, but Marco shows he can hit from the left as well as the right. Great feet, just working the ball inside the block. So far, Zenit have a 3-point lead in this opening set of the bronze medal match. But remember, when these two teams met in the pool stages, it was Al-Rayyan that took the first before being beaten in the following three. Kononov makes sure that Zenit stay in control. And it's a rebuilding time for Zenit Kazan. That's for certain. Engapeth this time drops one short on Faye, who the middleman does well to get his platform on the ball. Yesterday he got beaten a couple of times by Robert Landy-Simon in that very same situation. Zenit Kazan won the Russian champions in 2007, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 15, 16, 17 and 18. You read out every year because it sounds even more impressive than just saying that they're the 10-time Russian champions. Winner of the Champions League 2008, 12, 15, 16, 17 and 18 as well. But this hasn't been their best volleyball. They will be the first to admit that. Marco Ferreira from the right side. Some play from Al-Rayyan. That's gone all the way from the left side to the right. And for Marco, it should be really tricky to hit this one away from the body to the line, just from where the ball's come from and how far off the net it's been set. But he finds an avenue past Mikhailov. Full stretch diving work from Vinicius as well, but that is great from Marco Ferreira. Engapeth passing super tight this time. Sokolov bright. He knows in that situation that he can't hammer the ball. Everything's too tight, it's happening too quick. But what he can do is use the hands to his advantage. Sokolov, a real legend of the game, especially in club volleyball. World League best opposite spiker back in 2013. When he was just 23 years old for Sokolov. He was still the Champions League best opposite spiker last year for Lube.
Хорошая подача, эти два стыка. Доводить не нужно. 3 метра, основная линия. Саня, отошел. Да. От зоны, отойди от сетки, то, что сказали. Следующий мяч, ребят, связующий. Узкие передачи, внимательно, да, не проигрывать по месту наши крайние блокирующие. Тройной блок, линия бетон, всем из них, да, все, если Валька сказал, линию видишь, открыто, остаться там.
Marco, whose serve is definitely worth an opposing team timeout because he can gain rhythm, he can put his team back in the game, and that's an absolute rasper of a serve from him. Mikhailov has to try and find a solution because they're out of system. This could be one break. Stevanovic really disciplined underneath the block, but Zenit have worked hard to create a chance. Put away by Engapeth. The line judge says out. The referee says in. Engapeth will be sure that ball was in, but I think we might just go to a challenge. Zenit, you have to applaud here because it was a good serve from Marco Ferreira, and they had to work hard to get into the situation to score. Engapeth certainly did score. Mikhailov! Sorry, Sokolov, my mistake. With the ace, brings up set ball. The Bulgarian Sokolov, the fine club career, winning the Italian League, Champions League last year with Lube, now looking to try and steer Zenit Kazan to a bronze medal here. He's in great positions, Volleyball. Sokolov this time trying to steer it back and test Milos, but just missing out. 3-point game, Zenit Kazan. Well, the second time of asking. Zenit Kazan take the opening set here from Becim. They are in the driving seats to take the bronze medal away from the FIVB Club World Championships. It's not been their best week in the office, but that was a great first set performance. Engapeth on fire, Mikhailov, Sokolov and co. not far behind the Frenchman. Al-Rayyan looking for their first win of this competition. Still have it all to do if they want to leave with their second medal. Alexei Spiridonov, Nikita Alexeyev, two big characters for Kazan. The Euro UFO were underway again, but there's a missed serve so far. That's all we've seen. Zenit Kazan obviously won this competition in 2017, but runners-up in 2015 and 16. They've won 2 bronze medals, 2009 and 2011. To be their 3rd bronze medal in the Club World Championships. Wide plays, Sokolov. Could be a bit of a problem here for Zenit Kazan because they made 2 errors in the first 2 points. We're going to the challenge system, but maybe just an early sign that Zenit Kazan have lowered their standards. No, absolutely not. We should not question Sokolov. Serving and blocking from Zenit. This time Sokolov on the left side. That was the change from Zenit Kazan. Fedor Voronkov replacing Mikhailov. But Sokolov has his eyes on his prey and then shuts him down. Players come through Zenit's rank, including Reed Pretty from the USA. Other big American names, Lloyd Ball is currently in the Hall of Fame for Zenit Kazan, and Clay Stanley as well. Obviously, Matt Anderson, who played for 7 years at Zenit Kazan between 2012 and 2019. That's some relationship that Matt Anderson will always have with the club. Must have been a big decision for him to leave, but Wilfredo Leon as well, 2014 to 18, before deciding that he wanted to go and win the Champions League in Italy, but he didn't win the Champions League in Italy. Lube did. Zenit thought they could win the Champions League without Leon, but absolutely not last year either. this time penalised, it looks, for the hand going over the net. If you remember, Saeed Maroof played one season for Zenit Kazan as well, the Iranian setter who's part of that golden generation at the moment for Iran. Marco backfiring. Maki goes back to serve next. Toniuti also playing for the French setter Benjamin Toniuti, also playing for Zenit Kazan. Another miss serve here early on in this, the second set. So Kazan has won the Russian Super League 10 times. Runners up once in third place 4 times. And they've only been in existence since the year 2000. Just shows how dominant they've been and the players they've managed to attract to their side. Marco ripping the ball off of the block. Serve to position 1 to try and take Marco out of the game there, but the pass was on such a good angle with a good height that the ball could be flipped back that way. Verbov discussing to the referees, then it do like to get involved with everything else, especially the assistant coach here with Verbov. It's not the first time we've seen him throw his toys or his clipboard out of the pram this week. Volleyball this week with
running
the
to go to
women's
BIS?
club
I know you know where BIS is.
We'll go into that in just a second. The referee's trying to figure what I think is a rotation.
This level of the tournament and we miss 1 point. How it's possible? This is your level.
Скажи, Буба, надо сделать сразу. 1 point ahead. Yes. They had the replay challenge. They had the challenge. Okay, so they get the 1 point. And then I called 2 hits on you, okay? And we're in rotation, the 4th rotation. So, see, you're one less.
Seems as if there's a rotation fault. Could potentially be wrong here because I can just hear the same as yourselves at home or wherever you're watching this, but I think that Kazan may be out of rotation here, so they're trying to figure out how long they've been out of rotation for to then penalise them. But they have to backdate all the decisions. So no wonder Zenit are not happy, because they know that the future isn't that bright for them. The good news for them is that it's still very early on and we haven't played that many points in this set, so Sokolov might be a little bit disillusioned. I don't think anyone's quite sure what's happening here, but Zenit might have been out of rotation for a period of time. Carlos Eduardo will be pushing for every single point that he can get for Al-Rayyan. This game is starting far earlier today, local time at 9:30. It means that the final of the Women's Club World Championship is also happening at the moment between two powerhouse sides. That's one third, 10-8. Feast of volleyball we have. That's been some competition over in China as well. So many 5-set thrills. So it looks like we're ready to go again with the score at 5-4. Al-Rayyan leading. Looks like we've caught up here. Make sure everybody's in the correct rotation because we don't want any more big pauses to this game. One that's starting to catch a little bit of fire, starting to give us some good entertainment. Still haven't come to a conclusion here, which is slightly worrying. We are finally back underway with Bilal serving. Engapeth jumping in, players wanting to get this one back underway. Buffet in the block, reaching to the stars. His 2-meter, 8-centimeter frame, just diving in on Volvic. That's a big clamp for him, number one. But then he gets one on Sokolov as well. Two quick blocks from the big middle man. Aces from Al-Rayyan as well. Engapeth compromised. That big pause in proceedings given the Qatari team the edge here. Milos goes to the wing. A brush to the line from Vinicius. The substitute on the outside can't find a solution. There looks as if there might be foot fault here, and this is Zenit Kazan. This is sort of what happens, is sometimes they have this domino effect where they feel something's gone against them, and then they start to get really frustrated. Voronkov, who's just come on for Mikhailov at the start of this set, just recycling the ball. Engapeth passing back on point as Al-Rayyan have taken the lead for a short period of time, wiping off of Marko Voronkov. He's dynamic, he's very effective out there, that's for sure. You don't get a contract with Zenit Kazan unless you are effective in your position. Fedor Vronkov to serve. Part of that Nations League team for Russia in 2020. There's another rash swing on the opposite. Looks like we have a challenge anyway. Vronkov starting very well here. 23-year-old outside spiker, 2 meters 5 centimeters. Third team for him after having started at the University of Banao.
Hey, they cannot play comfortable, okay? Every time you're gonna push in serve, they have problems in reception. 2 or 3 players in block. They need to feel the pressure. Okay, so it's our time to work hard. Come on, right?
Well, that's exactly right from Eduardo. He's saying to apply service pressure on Kazan. As soon as the service pressure is up, they don't feel comfortable, and that's absolutely fair. It's something we've seen throughout the week. Lube in that opening set, yes, Lube lost, but they won 25-12, and that was because one trainer, Ioannis Leo, Robert Landi-Simon, to name a few, just went back behind the baseline and just were tremendous. Vinicius serving. Good serve to position 1 as well, but in system, Zenit are a threat. Volvic just turns the ball back, changes direction of it. And in those situations, it makes it difficult to block against, difficult to play defense against because it's turned so late. Keep an eye on Volvic. He's got some very funky celebrations in his armory as well. Vronkov, you can see why he's come into the team here, because he's stabilizing the reception alongside Engapeth. Engapeth once more just telling a story with his own body language throughout the game. Could almost have Engapeth watch and just have a camera on him throughout, and it would be entertaining. Coming very quick, Vinicius! Just showboating, dummying the 2-ball, and then sending the ball to the wing. They're having some fun out here. Al-Rayyan, Vinicius finds an avenue through the block of Zenit Kazan, and Al-Rayyan take the lead. It's a glory moment for a team that have yet to win a game at these championships. The jump setting was phenomenal. It's Vinicius that finds a solution through the block of Zenit Kazan. Gets shoved in celebration for it as well. Ramafeli serving, sliding 1 to 5. Engapeth, the front court receiver, trying to upset his rhythm. It's good from Butko to use the whole of the net to then bring Sokolov into the game. He gets a pat on the back because he's running that offense. Engapeth has been served here to try and take him out the attack, but Butko just trumps that card. Vinicius, once again, playing really well today, but that's a little bit out of sync. He's a little bit too early. Engapeth high, off the hands of Milos, chases on. Al-Rayyan, following that speech from Carlos Eduardo, really rising to the challenge of Zenit now. Maki off the hands, but the reactions are good. High again for Maki. He stays high too, but he just whizzes 1 wide of the mark. Now we have a game on our hands, don't we? Both teams bringing their best game. A few things you can control is your work ethic, your body language, your attitude. And Al-Rayyan have got them at the moment in abundance. Allow with the spiking error, but no one will mind too much about that because they're trying to use the middle here, Al-Rayyan. And all they'll do is hold the middle blocker, Kolinov there, a little bit longer. So if they go to the wings, there'll be more chances of having gaps in the block. That's the aim of the game for the setter, is to try and get the hitters working with minimal blockers. Higher chance of scoring points.
Hey, there is no time to relax, to be angry. Okay, so let's focus just the next ball. Okay, Bilal, take the short one. Okay, straight on Mike, it's your ball. Okay, Bilal, take care about the shot. Straight on you. Okay, this is the best targets they can do it. And after this, we go fast. Okay, let's play fast. In the middle, confident. Okay, confident.
Wise words in there. Pick out the messages that you like the most, obviously, but they have no time to be afraid. That's exactly right, and they're playing in a way that's very much free. They're not playing like a team that are tentative and scared. Trying to get 3 blockers on Engapeth. High fives all round to Zenit Kazan. Engapeth, sometimes having 3 blockers obviously a lot tougher than having 1 up against you, but sometimes Engapeth is just as good with 3 up as he is with 1. This is what you have to appreciate from Al-Rayyan as well, is the speed that they're trying to play at to make it as difficult as possible for Zenit Kazan. This is what Eduardo's done. It's creating a fast attacking volleyballing side that, yeah, he ends up on the floor here, Maki, but it doesn't really matter. It's not about technically being perfect. It's about running the middles ragged and scoring off the hands of Kononov. Slightly higher for Sokolov because he presents his own difficulty. Well over 2 meters tall, he can hit lots and lots of angles, so he doesn't need to be run so quick, Sokolov, because he can just chop back angles, stay high and hammer the line from there. Sometimes playing quicker means you don't have as many angles to access as a spiker. Hammer from the baseline, but it's wide of the court once more. Watch out, everyone. Al-Rayyan have a 3-point lead against Zenit Kazan. Again, just like the meeting in the pool stages between the 2 teams. Zenit have not been their best in any way, shape, or form this week, and it would be a big, big surprise if Al-Rayyan would take this medal this week, but they certainly have Zenit against the ropes here. Change. Somachevsky coming in for Kononov, another service substitution. Somachevsky has really helped his team from behind the baseline. That's very apparent. This spin serve that he possesses is one that will make teams shake in their boots at times, but he needs to find it here, and he does. Weeder, the libero, passes off the net, but the block is in. And that, you might not think it is all down to the service pressure, and a great change from Verbov to bring Somachevsky in, because they're out of system due to the serve, and it just brings the blockers in. Gives time for Voronkov to get across. Overpass now, Zenit starting to push back, they need to. 2 in quick succession for the substitution. Part of the Russian squad now, Voronkov. Al-Rayyan will be looking to get to this technical timeout as soon as possible. Zenit, looks like there was actually no touch off the block in the end, so we do go to the technical. It looked initially that it took a touch off the hand, but absolutely not. Al-Rayyan.
Don't give up, okay? Don't give up. We will fight point by point.
Okay? 16,
we need to work
12.
better with our serve. Okay, so let's focus in the end now with better serve. Hey,
That's really interesting.
Irving is the target in serve and attack. So every time, okay, this is the guy. Our serve is bothering him. So let's go. Push, push, push.
Let's fight, guys. Let's fight, let's fight. Come on, come on.
Team spirit remains high for Zenit Kazan. Tough week in the office, but there's still so much to play for domestically in Russia. No easy games in that league. The point did go to Russia after all, so that's not the score in the top left of your screen. For me, I think that means it must be 15-13. Or maybe not, because that would mean a change. So just waiting for the scores to be updated. With Voronkov. What a swing that one was. He's played well out of system. He's contributed with the blocking. There is the score, 17-13, we think. Milos Stevanovic. There is the score, completely changing. To have Zenit on top after a fine run from the outside and through the middle, so that's lucky that that's been caught up and changed around post-technical timeout. Sorry for the inconvenience. It was looking very favourable for Al-Rayyan, but not now. Sokolov on fire. It's all starting with that change, really. Voronkov has made a difference out there, that's for sure. Voronkov once more. Long serve, but Zenit still have a little bit of a cushion. And that score in the top left of your screen was quite wrong for a while. Had Al-Rayyan leading by 4 or 5. Certainly wasn't the case. Another error from the serve. It does make sense to why the coach was saying don't give up in the timeout. Anyway, back to play. Volvic smiling. Zenit looking to go 2-0. To the inside of the wing receiver, acrobatic work. There's a yellow card showing it looks as if against Verbov.
Touch the ball, right? Yeah, but no, not. But it has to be violation of the rule. Okay. Has to be kept. Okay. In the 2 first.
Good work from Mustar, just keeping on top of this one. Serving to the inside, trying to upset the rhythm. Doesn't look as if there's much wrong with that. Engapeth to the inside this time, the reverse, Zemchuk. 32 years old, Zemchuk, and he's been really efficient when playing on that right side, using Matt Anderson. Have Sokolov playing that position as well, but Zemchuk does give them options out there, the left-hander, and a different option as well. He's a completely different style of player than Sokolov. Obviously favours a different hand, but Zemchuk once more. Passing off the net, has to go to 4. It's good blocking from Zenit Kazan, but it is out of play. Another missed serve. Zenit Kazan haven't had all of this their own way in this set, but they have battled away. They have been clinical when they need to be. And now Engapeth, who has had a fine game offensively, looking to serve and back that up from the baseline. That's a very good start. Width, and then sitting on the baseline, Engapeth. Golubiev going on the back set to Voronkov. Sokolov sitting in, who's just come back on. More width, not much height on that set. On the floor ends up Marco. Big plaudits for Voronkov.
Bit more aggressive on the counter-attack, a bit more aggressive. We are touching, we are having the balls. We need to finish in our favor. No, for us. Side out in 2 points. One break, must. Okay, side out in one break.
Have to finish strong is the next message out there. Zenit Kazan looking as if they're going towards their 3rd bronze medal in this competition, to go alongside the winners' medal in 2017. Engapeth doing some keepy-uppies. Looks very relaxed out there, Engapeth. The Frenchman serving once more. Another hammer. Vinicius passing off the net. No middle attack this time. And that allows the middle to release to the wing. The serving from Kazan, and Engapeth now in particular. This is what he's capable of. Narrows down the options in offense for Al-Rayyan. Two more needed for Zenit. Better passing, keeps the middle in here. More options for Al-Rayyan than the previous point, but now Zenit are absolutely flying. A bounce, and then the bosh in the head to Iatani. Apologies for Voronkov, but he won't mind too much. He's come off the bench and looked really fierce, isn't it? Set point for Zenit Kazan. Great run of serves this from Ervin Engapeth. Can he finish it off? Much like to serve this time, yes he can! Engapeth off speed to the sideline. Has been bombarding Al-Rayyan with serves for the last couple of minutes. And it means that Zenit Kazan go 2-0 up here in Bechim. Fantastic display for them. after a difficult week so far. They lead here 2-0 against the 9-time Qatari League champions. It's a long way back for Al-Rayyan now, looking for their first victory of this competition. Engapeth, Voronkov, Volvic, all coming to the forefront of this game, led by Bukko. And after the heartache of yesterday for Zenit Kazan, at this moment in time, it looks as if they are going to bounce back stronger. Mikhailov in set 2, maybe he's being rested, but passing stability as we have a look at the graphics. A confirmation of the scores that Zenit Kazan are sitting very comfortable after set number 2. Al-Rayyan strong at the start as we have a look at some statistics. The scoreboard in the top left corner was wrong for a fair amount of time during that second set, so Al-Rayyan, to us, looked as if they were cruising for a small period of time. But Zenit always on top, and they have world-class players in their ranks, but it'll be interesting to know how Vladimir Alekno is feeling after this week, having not travelled due to this back injury that he's... Maki serving, set 3. Out the back, Engapeth starting. Voronkov keeps his place. Sokolov, Bukko as well. Also a start for Konov. And for Al-Rayyan. While Maki's on the floor chasing that one. Vinicius goes off speed. Good spot from Bukko, just getting his hands dirty, his knees dirty as well on the floor. Chasing desperately, but to no avail. Milos and Wiatani. Zenit will want to get this done as quick as possible and get back to domestic duty. Final coming up after this one. Lube from Italy looking to add a world title. To their European and domestic winners' trophies this season. What a year it's been for Lube, who lost something like 8 finals in a row up until this year. Milos! Just on the turn. Slams it down. Sokolov is appealing for maybe a hand over. We're about to have a slightly better look at this. We'll have a look at Sokolov's reaction as well. Straight down. Sokolov goes straight to the referee. Speed to the wings, Sokolov. Complained last time, but he's got nothing to complain about there as he just gets roofed out of the gym by Milos. Sets really low there compared to some of the stuff that we've seen from Sokolov out on that wing. That one's far flatter and lower. Engapeth out of system. This one goes to Sokolov on the left as well. 2 blocks in a row. Opportunity this time for Engapeth, but he's stutters underneath the ball a little bit with his approach, and all of a sudden this Zenit masterclass goes astray again, and we have to watch them refine their form. A couple of really loose errors, some smiles for Al-Rayyan, and rightfully so. Passing 2 straight, Engapeth, but luckily Bukko can go to the wing, and because the ball has been passed that straight, the ball has to run 9 meters to find Sokolov, so at least that puts the blockers under pressure. You can see with their feet having to move super quick. Vinicius doesn't get there. Engapeth, over the past couple of sets, has found his service rhythm in abundance. High chest, arm rockets through. Wonderful work from Engapeth. Having released his first ever rap album last year, has more than just the one talent, Engapeth. 2-year contract at Zenit Kazan for Engapeth, so it'll be interesting to see if he stays there after this season. Some eyes will be on Engapeth for sure. They'll be on lots of people, especially post-Olympic Games. That's coming up, the second round of Olympic qualifiers, which Europe especially has got a very difficult pool, including France, Slovenia. It's like another European Championships, to be fair. Have to keep an eye on that after the Christmas break. That's when the Olympic qualifiers are being held. It back on full throttle, but because of the errors of Marco, just gets caught underneath it a little bit. Arm doesn't quite come through. Mackie with good passing, but Vinicius this time lets another loose one go the wrong side of the court, and now it's difficult times, isn't it, for Al-Rayyan? They started with that heart and desire that they needed, but a couple of errors. Credit to the serving of Kononov as well. It's now already looking like a long way back with Tani out of system. Milos having to chase that one, but 3 blockers even decide to stand down this time. So a down ball, free ball for Sokolov. Straight down. They get their way out of trouble there, Al-Rayyan. Marco up against Sokolov. Looks as if it hit the block and then hit Sokolov on the way down. Vinicius. Zenit need 1 to go to the technical. Perfect passing. Always favourites to score when the reception is that good from Zenit Kazan. Multiple options. Engapeth gets 2 big pushes in celebration because of the pass. One-on-one, look how stretched Al-Rayyan are, and that's because of the pass from Engapeth being in that central zone.
Just this, you know, sometimes we are in the middle when the ball goes outside, so we just go for the tips. Okay, just we need to help. Hey. We need to be brave in our serve, okay? And Engapeth is suffering the flow. So we go through him. Sometimes with a little variation more in front. He's lazy, he just go to the ball. Come on. Go.
Underway again. And if it's not Engapeth serving with pressure, it's Sokolov. Chase is absolutely on, but code to the wing. Bronkov just showing how versatile he really is out there at the moment. Eduardo expects better from his troops, just suggesting that maybe they're a little bit reactive in defense. Riatani, maybe the libero should have reacted on that one. Zenit Kazan closing in here. Sokolov, the Bulgarian. Another big serve from Sokolov. Strong. From the 29-year-old Bulgarian. Body weight's going through it. His arm as well. It's too fast. Pretty furious as well.
Back to the set, guys. Let's come back, okay? This kind of points, we don't need it. Come on, come on, come on. The point before he stopped his arm, we need to go fast inside, guys. We need to analyze this movement. Come on. One side out, hey. Hey, hey.
Come on, guys. Come on, guys. Come on, guys.
Sokolov once more. Set to position one. This time it's smart from Sokolov. Take pace off the ball post timeout to get the ball in. The ball's out of system from Al-Rayyan, and then Volvic celebrating once more. Monster block from Volvic, but it's down to the serving as well from Sokolov. As soon as he can just oust them out of system, two blockers, no angles for Maki. Maki 195, so he's a tall guy out there, but small compared to some of the blockers on the other side. Double touch this time against the man from Montenegro. Engapeth once more throwing some celebrations the way of the referee. Zenit feeling like the victims once more from previously in the game. That's certainly debatable. Through the block this time, smart from Maki. Has to be able to hit up. He's not, as we just mentioned, the biggest out there, but man from Podgorica doing well out there on the wing. And two, Buko. Great stab in defense from Milos. My word. Buko thought he had that 1-1. But this is credit to just being still defensively, being super aware of what's happening from Milos, and then Marco puts the ball away. Buko, though, getting dug was the highlight of that point. Faye. Engapeth puts Zenit in system, 6-point lead. This one quickly moving towards a Zenit victory. You're going to have to stay with us for Sada Cruzeiro, up against Lube later on today. Should be a battle of the two most powerful teams in this competition. Somachevsky coming in, Engapeth being removed. Lauren Alekno coming in for the second time, so he's going to go on to the backcourt. Looks like he's at position 6. Volkov serving, Somachevsky is in as well on the front court, so quite a lot of changes here for Zenit as they look to give a run to their bench in the final stages. Riatani passes the free ball too tight. Second time around, he gets it into a much better position. They're in rhythm. Running the ball on the reverse. Libero's job is to put the ball just there and give the center some options. Bilal, good timing from the captain. Passing in good zones once more, 2.5. It's a good option for Alekno there, because the ball's being passed on an angle towards 2.5. It really opens up the play for the wing spiker there. The middle blocker will have to drift a couple of steps to the left-hand side to track the ball below, and then he has to get all the way back across to the right-hand side, and that's why you can see that he's not quite fixed, stable in the air. Two in the block from Zenit. He once more just shows how creative he can get in there, hitting up. They're playing quick, so the drifting middle blocker isn't quite fixed this time on the Zenit side of the net. And as soon as they're not quite fixed, that's the time to get after the blocker's hands. Way out of system. Alekno doesn't want any of that one. Scrappy from Zenit Kazan. They made a few changes here. Marco will push the case forwards and keep driving Al-Rayyan towards the finish line. They're 4 behind here, but Zenit caught way inside there, so he loses all of his power. Maki. Big server for this team. Great footwork from Golubev, the libero, and look at how easy it is out there. So Machevsky now being used as an outside player where he's comfortable. He's come on to play as a service substitution, so some good court time for him, having just been used to serve throughout the competition. Zenit wide of the mark. Zenit just need that one to go through to the second technical timeout. Ila, so from 5 to 5, we've seen that very, very often through this competition. Errors now from Zenit Kazan. The changes from Verbov could cost them, but there's a challenge from Zenit, we think. Whether the ball is in or out, Hawkeye will give us the answer. You can see it clearly for yourself. Imagine if this starts to become quite tight for Zenit Kazan here. Will Verbov decide to put Engapeth back on, maybe Sokolov as well. Alekno goes to Zenit, and Zenit, so far, so good with some of their bench on court. They go 4 points up. We go to the technical timeout, and Zenit Kazan looking for that 3rd bronze medal in this competition. It's looking pretty good at this moment in time.
Открывается все, диагональ всегда свободна, только не под себя. Все остальное, Лор, еще раз, да, этот, видишь, чайник, он стоит все время с центром, Любая длинная сторона от него будет функционировать. Хорош, Денис, поехали, поехали!
Сейчас игрок.
Samachevsky, who's come on numerous times. Oh my word! Samachevsky. That's a cannon. Right through the seam of the passes. Chest bumps all around. That's a big chest bump as well. Could knock a few over, Samachevsky.
He's coming, hey, he's coming. It's really strong serve. So let's protect first our middles, okay, between one player and another. And we go for the lines if the ball goes. Okay, so a little bit more inside. This middle more protected. Right.
protecting the middle, keeping that passing unit close together. Zomachevsky will go again. This time, after the timeout, can Andrei Samachevsky muscle another ace? Not this time. Service pressure in this game isn't getting softer, is it? That one's missed by some distance from Milos. Overpass, dealt with. How good has Fedor Voronkov been in there off the bench? The number 2 has made a big statement. Kolinov will serve. Maybe for Zenit they have got somebody on the outside that could add a bit of consistency within their passing unit without missing too much offensively as well. That's definitely worth keeping tabs on throughout the season, is how much Fedor Voronkov plays for Zenit Kazan. Milos is still smiling and still trying to bait the Zenit players in there. There's a bit of banter going on courtside, one would think. Lekno to the pipe. Samachevsky showing that he's as much as a threat through the pipe as he is behind the service line, where Tani is caught back in his boots. Laurent Lekno serving. Big serve, ace for Zenit. He's been part of this squad since 2017, brought in by his father, improving very quickly. Don't know about the celebrations though. Something short to Faye this time. 2 up in the block, serving and blocking from Zenit Kazan, absolutely on flames. Volvic this time with his own funky celebrations, as per usual. They knew exactly what was going to happen there, serving short to position 2, the ball was going out to 4, Volvic was all over it, he released quite early and rains down a bit more pain. This serve this time from Lekno. It's just been confirmed that in the women's competition, a Moko Volley have defeated ex-Akabasi Vitra, and they are the club world champions. They took that final in 4 sets, 3 sets to 1. The title goes to Italy. Looks as if Zenit Kazan might just be squeezing towards this bronze as well. 2 more will do it for Kazan. Wonderfully watched by the libero. Great work back across the body from Voronkov once more. He's been outstanding. Pass is very straight, but the setting, world class from Milos to work off the body, just flip it to the side, into the line of Bilal. Split in the block. Volvic doesn't get across this time. He's watching for Vinicius on the pipe. And Marco goes long. Zenit Kazan now have match points. Artem Volvic to serve, the best middle spiker at the 2016 Olympic Games. Zenit Kazan much improved today. Bilal saves one though for Al-Rayyan, who unfortunately will walk away from this competition winning just the one set against Zenit Kazan on day 2 of this event. They've battled the whole way through. They played some great volleyball. But this, the second match point for Zenit Kazan. There you have it. An error in the serve of Maki. And the 6-time Champions League winners have to settle for a bronze medal here at the 2019 Club World Championships. They won this competition in 2017, but it's their 3rd bronze medal. Their first 2 coming in 2009 and 2011. Without their coach, Vladimir Alekno, they have lots to improve on, Zenit Kazan, but they can be very happy that they walk away from this competition still with a medal to their name. Smiles for Engapeth, Sokolov as well. But we have our first team on the podium, and that is Zenit Kazan from Russia, the powerhouse of Russian and European volleyball. The final coming our way, but a round of applause for Al-Rayyan. They knew coming into this competition that it was going to be tough for them to medal, but they have been a credit throughout. And they were here to improve their own performance and their own level throughout the week. And for Zenit, well, being beaten by Sardo Cruzeiro twice has been their Achilles heel.
How did you manage yesterday to come back from losing yesterday and winning today?
It's difficult because we're thinking about yesterday, about this game that we lose. And also the thing is that here we didn't play our game. The whole tournament, this is not Zenit. We play in a different way. But this time we show nothing here. Really, we show nothing. So it's, yes, today we win the bronze medal, but we need to be sad because we can do more, really more.
Thank you.
Refreshing to hear honesty from Sokolov that this was not the Zenit Kazan that we're used to. But we know that volleyball lovers around the world expect more from Zenit Kazan.